and welcome to Hockey Talkie. The Blackhawks have just beaten the Blue Jackets 4-1 in their sixth and final preseason game, which means preseason hockey is officially over. And the next time we see the Blackhawks hit the ice, it is real, meaningful hockey, and that is a wonderful thing. So the Blackhawks go 2-4 in the preseason, one win away from home, one win at home. In the end, it doesn't matter. It's preseason. The slate gets wiped clean. Every team starts 0-0 to start the regular season, despite how they did in the preseason. So take that record however you want. Now, some say the preseason's too long. Blackhawks played 6 games. Some teams actually played more than that. But for us fans, we were super happy to have hockey, back on the TV. But preseason games kind of lack meaningfulness, and so that kind of gets old kind of quickly. Kind of want some regular season action to get here sooner rather than later. But preseason's not for us fans. It's for the players, the teams, the coaches. They're trying to figure out who's going to make the team, and it acts as a runway for the players and the teams to hit the ground running or hit the ground skating come regular season. You can't really replicate game pace, game conditioning, game situations in practice, so you need these games to kind of ramp up to be ready come, when the meaningfulness kicks in. So the preseason for the Blackhawks, even though they went 2-4, obviously not that great of a record. You'd like to see them win more in the preseason, even though the results literally don't matter. I still feel like it was a successful preseason for the Blackhawks because we figured out, what exactly we had. Crawford is going to miss the start of the season, so we figured out what Cam Ward is, like. We figured out Forsberg and possibly Delia, although I think Delia is going to get sent back to Rockford because I think they'd rather have him, playing regularly and developing more. And by the time you watch this, they may have already made that decision. But we figured out that. We also kind of figured out, our new power play. We've got the 1-3-1 going on, and it looks pretty good, or at least better than, what we were doing past couple of years. So we figured that out. We also, a big thing, especially for veterans, is we pretty much exited the preseason with no injuries. Now, we do have Forsling and Murphy injured, and obviously Crawford too, but those injuries were, not in preseason. It was like outside of the preseason games. So in terms of, coming out of the preseason games, kind of what you want to look for and what you want to accomplish, obviously, you have all the stuff on the ice, but you also want to come into the regular season healthy, and I think the Blackhawks did that. I think one of the things I was really looking for to come out of this preseason was whether or not Henri Jokiharju would be ready to step in and play in the NHL and help our defense out. And I think that was the biggest thing we actually found out in this preseason. He answered that with a resounding yes. He is ready to step into the NHL. He is ready to take that next step in his development as an NHL player. Now, he's still 19 years old. He's still very young. He's still going to be a rookie. He's still going to make rookie mistakes. He's not perfect. Nobody is. But he's earned his spot to play regularly in the NHL. And if you've done that, I think that's better than to just send him down and have him develop in the AHL. If you can play regularly at the NHL level, I think that helps your development a lot better than playing regularly in the AHL. Now, it's different, like I said, in Delia's case, where he wouldn't be playing regularly in the NHL, so it's actually better for him to play regularly in the AHL. But in Henri Jokiharju's place, play regularly in the AHL and find out what you're really made of and develop at that level. I think that was the biggest thing we found out, and I'm really excited to see how he does this year. On the flip side, the other kind of big news that came out of this preseason is the fact that Dylan Sikura didn't really earn his spot on this team. He got decreasing ice time as the preseason went along, got passed up by a couple guys, and it looks like he's going to be sent down to Rockford to start this season, and maybe he already did by the time you watch this video. But a guy highly sought after, played a couple games at the NHL level last year at the end of the year for the Hawks, and a top 6 guy, top 9 guy at worst, just didn't earn it. He I don't know what happened, if he's just not feeling it this preseason or just nothing's clicking. Maybe he just needs a year in the AHL to learn how to be a professional hockey player. Maybe that's all it is. But just because we don't see him right now as a Blackhawk doesn't mean we won't see him sometime during the season as a Blackhawk. He might just start tearing up the AHL halfway through the year, and we have injuries or performances are lacking, and we bring him up, and there you go. He's a regular for the rest of the year. Things are going to happen over the course of an 82-game season. What happens right now in the lineup that we ice at the first game of the year doesn't mean it's going to be that way the entire season. So there you have it. That is my preseason recap for you. I will have a season preview video coming sometime this week. Let me know your thoughts on the preseason down in the comments section below. I love to see them. Like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate that as always. But most importantly, stay safe, make good decisions, and I'll see you next time.